download them digitally through the online PlayStation Store. Now the base PS4 comes with a 500GB hard drive, which is not actually a ton of space when it comes to games, as many titles take a lot of memory. For example, Assassin's Creed Syndicate takes around 40GB. Smaller games such as Minecraft take much less space, however. This is even if you buy the discs, and the reason for this is so it installs it on the console, making it a much faster experience. This way, while the disc is still needed, it can play it directly from the hard drive. PlayStation Plus is a service required to play online games such as Destiny or Call of Duty. It costs about $60 a year, although you can get shorter subscriptions if you wish, and it also provides a few free games a month. The games aren't usually very good, they're often cheap indie titles, and PlayStation Plus owners as of late have been more often disappointed than pleased with the selection. There are games available for each of Sony's consoles that you can have PlayStation Plus on, including Vita, PS3, and of course PS4. If you're going to get a PS4, PlayStation Plus is pretty much necessary, because you can't really play online games without it, and right now pretty much every game has some kind of online aspect. Not all, but most. The PlayStation 4 is not backwards compatible. This means you cannot put PS3 games into it. However, you can still stream PS3, PS2, and even PS1 games through your PS4 with PlayStation Now. But keep in mind that it's very expensive at around $20 a month, $45 for a 3-month subscription, or $100 for a 12-month subscription. Also, they have a lot of games on there, but not everything. And this is different from PlayStation Plus. PlayStation Now is not required like PlayStation Plus is. PlayStation Plus isn't required, but again, if you want to play any kind of online title, you should definitely get it. PlayStation Now is just really not necessary unless you really want it. Most games nowadays are single player with online multiplayer, so if you're looking for a console for fun with the family, you might want to wait until the Nintendo Switch comes out, or just go for a Wii U. There are some games that allow local multiplayer on PS4, they are very scarce. Rocket League is a great example of a couch co-op game if you're interested. Other than little games like that, there aren't a whole ton, which is too bad. Specs on the PlayStation 4 I'm not going to go through because I don't think it's really too relevant. It's pretty much as good as the original Xbox One or the Xbox One S. It's much better than the Wii U, and it's kind of like a low-powered PC when it comes to games. So while the graphics aren't going to look amazing, they'll be definitely pretty darn good. When it comes down to it, this console will be able to play games for probably years to come until they release another console. So if you buy a PS4, you shouldn't have to worry about running all the new games. You'll be able to do it just fine, and that's the most important thing. So those are some of the basics of the console, and are good to know, but I'm really here to talk about whether or not it's still worth buying. On Amazon.com, it's currently priced at about $300 for the original or Slim PS4. This is a ton of money considering what you get, and most of the deals are available as bundles, which means you get a game or two with them. However, with Black Friday coming up pretty quick here, as well as some other possible sales, you might want to wait for a price drop. So for the money, the PS4 can actually be a really good buy, I must say. However, that doesn't mean you should get one. First off, if you have an Xbox One, you probably don't need one unless you're desperate to play a Sony exclusive such as Uncharted 4. If you have a regular PS4 and are looking at a Pro model, I wouldn't bother. 4K is cool and all, but if you have a PS4, why spend more money just for a slight graphical improvement? If you don't have an next-gen console, or maybe just a Wii U, then this could be a good option for you or your children. It's not cheap, but it's not too expensive either, and it's definitely worth the amount paid. Just keep in mind that alongside the PS4, you will also need to buy games, possibly extra controllers, and of course PlayStation Plus. But in the end, it's a good option for anyone wanting to get into the current video game scene, as there are many adventures waiting to be played.